Hey everybody, happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Markets are closed today, but there is trading going on. I have positions on. I will tell you right now what they are. I am short dollar yen. These are Forex positions. I am short dollar yen. I am long dollar Canada. I am long dollar Mexican peso. I am long British pound dollar. I'm looking to buy some euro dollar. And yeah, that's it for now. All right. Long Aussie dollar, long New Zealand dollar. That's it for now. So everything's going well. I'm a little bit underwater on my dollar yen short and a little bit underwater on my long dollar Canada. All right. Now I want to talk now about this is mental game. I want to talk about personal development. Very, very important. And these are concepts I've gone over in the past. You know, I've used the quotations of the great martial artist Bruce Lee, who was also a very, very amazing philosopher. You know, he described martial arts as the true expression of oneself. And for those of you who have followed my videos, you know that I have used the analogy of martial arts or fighting for us as traders. It's very, very similar activity. It's not so much that you are pitted against an opponent, which, you know, you can describe the trading activity as such, where you pit yourself against the market or other market participants. But any great martial artist will tell you that really it is you against yourself. All right, and that's what he meant by the true expression of oneself, that delving deeply into the practice of martial arts, it exposes who you are, it exposes what you want. And trading will do the same thing to you. I've said in the past that many people come to trading believing that their goal is to make money and be successful and have freedom and all those things, when in reality, that is not really their goal. And you could see that very clearly play out in the results, where people come and they get involved in trading and they have years and years of bad results, mixed results, losses that pile up, constantly switching from one approach to another, looking for that holy grail system. The reason that happens for most people is that, well, there's several reasons, but one reason is that they're not in it for the money. They believe they are in it for the money, but there are many other motivations that might drive people and that might make trading as an activity alluring to them. One is action. Okay, people crave action. They crave excitement. It's like sort of the gambling instinct, why people like to gamble or, you know, go to casinos. It's that they crave the action, they crave the excitement. And you see that a lot with people who want to jump in and jump out of the market and want things to happen now and want that money right now, today, you know, 10 minutes ago. That is craving of action rather than seeking profits and success. But, and the other thing that causes people to fail at this is the desire to avoid discomfort at all costs. Okay, and that's a human trait. That's human nature. That's instinctive in basically all living organisms. You know, that's the fight or flight. This desire to remove oneself from any feeling of discomfort or stress or anxiety or you know, emotional pain, when in reality, the only way that you can succeed, because let's be honest, for those of you who are searching for some holy grail system and I've said this, that's going to carry you through and bring you across the finish line without any sort of commitment on your part, or never having to face any adversity or anxiety or discomfort, I mean, that's just, you know, that's a fantasy. You're going after something that does not exist. The true expression of oneself, to invoke Bruce Lee's saying there, is to seek out and to embrace the most difficult, most painful hardship that you can possibly face. This creates mental toughness. It literally builds the calluses on your brain. When you work out or you do any kind of physical exercise, you can build calluses on your hands from that physical exertion, but that makes you strong. The same thing, at least metaphorically speaking, calluses on the brain, calluses on the mind, where you have faced adversity and you were able to tough it out. The only way that you can succeed, because there is no other way, I hate to tell you, and for those of you who think that loss taking is the way, is the path to success, then I wish you the best of luck. But the only way really is to put yourself into the hardest, most brutal condition that you can ever envision, and to get through it, and to build that strength and build that fortitude and build that resiliency. Now, I'm not saying go out and purposely seek, the worst trading situation that you can. But to have an understanding that the process that you must face and the process that you must endure if you want to become successful is that eventually at some point and at many times you are going to face a difficult market environment that is going to test you, that is going to turn your stomach into knots, that is going to give you high levels of anxiety and stress, that's going to cause you maybe to lose sleep at night, but you must be able to face those conditions and handle those conditions, because the opposite of facing that is loss taking. And loss taking does not equate to success. I hate to say it. Taking losses is not a good thing. So that should be your goal at all times. I've said this in the past, that when you are in a situation that is difficult and uncomfortable and causes you anxiety and stress, your attitude should be a positive one. You should embrace that. You should look at that as an opportunity to work on your resiliency, to work on your ability to face adversity and rise above it. Every time something like that happens, instead of coddling that fear response and wanting to run and wanting to quit and wanting to say, I can't handle this, or beating yourself up and saying, why did I get into this position? Why did I choose this investment? Rather than doing that, you should say, this is a good thing. This is going to make me stronger. This is going to make me better, and I can get through this. Everybody can get through this. That is a choice. That is a mental choice. Everyone can get through it. It's a question of, do you choose to get through it, or do you choose to lose? Losing is a choice. Winning is a choice. Now, many of you are never going to reach that level, I hate to say, because the ability to endure pain, the ability to endure hardship, most people will quit. Most people will quit rather than face that. And the irony of the quitting is that the quitting doesn't get you to where you want to go. It may alleviate the pain and it may alleviate the anxiety for the time being, but it does not get you to where you want to go. In order to get where you want to go, you got to stay on the path. You got to stay on the path no matter how difficult and how challenging and how tough and how brutal it is. And when those conditions hit you, when you are faced with that, the attitude that you should have at that point in time is that this is a good thing. I can make it through. I am strong enough to make it through. I will not quit. I will persevere. Perseverance. You don't have to be smart in life. You don't have to invent something new. All you have to have is perseverance. The ability to push through it. the ability to face adversity and rise above it. You know, I always say to people, probably one of the greatest experiences you could have, just both spiritually and visually and psychologically, is to go visit the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is an amazing geological natural wonder of the world. Go visit the Grand Canyon, and when you stand at that rim and you see literally the entire history of the earth before you, the rocks at the bottom are 5 billion years old, the rocks at the top a few 100 million years old, and when you realize that that entire thing, that unbelievable thing, was made by wind and water. That's it. Passive elements, water. We drink water, we bathe in it. Wind blowing through that canyon for billions of years. That is the greatest example of perseverance that I can possibly, give you. Go check it out. If you have never visited the Grand Canyon, and now as part of your trading career, as part of your trading education, you really need to see that and equate that with the process of what we do. If your thing is, I want it now, and I'm going to take losses to get where I want to go, well, all I can say is good luck with that, because that's not going to work. That is not going to work. How do I know? I did that for years and years and years, and I see people dropping out all the time with that same approach. You need to embrace the hardest thing that is ever going to hit you. Trading is like fighting, man. You need to get punched in the face. If you're going to be a champion, you need to get punched in the face. You need to get kicked. You need to get elbowed. You need to get thrown down on the ground. That's what's going to happen to you. Any fighter who has ever made it to the status of champion has had to face those things. Getting kicked in the face, getting punched in the face, getting thrown to the ground. All right? Now, if you can't handle that, this is not the game for you. And if you think there are shortcuts, good luck with the shortcuts, because there are no shortcuts. Anyway, that's my little talk today on the 4th of July. I hope everybody has a great 4th of July. See you all back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.